Shame on me for not testing that. Okay, I think I got it fixed. Hopefully. Okay. Is that working now, Mike? Or do you know?
I'm not hearing anything. Oh wait, yeah, now it is.
Okay.
There's
All right.
always that little delay.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks for catching that. Man, that sucks. All that talking. It's okay. All right. So you guys find yourselves here at the Oasis. You've been traveling for, like I said, for about 5 days out in the wastelands in search of this area. At this point, I think we'll do a short intro. If you would quickly just describe the character you're playing briefly, and then if you guys can come up with the name of your adventuring party. So let's start off with Maxine first.
Oh man, okay. I am a human wizard. Uh, don't know much else.
Okay, human wizard. All right. Okay, human wizard. That works. Okay. Is Teller? Am I pronouncing that right?
Uh, is Talar, I think, is how I would
Is
pronounce it.
Teller. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a half-elf rogue. Not sure much about his personality and everything. I guess I'll figure that out as we go. But
Okay.
yeah,
All right. So human wizard so far, half elf rogue, and then we have Petros next.
Yes, I'm Petros. I'm a half elf ranger, and I wouldn't surprise me given my urchin background that uh, I know is Talar in some way before this. Seems like that would make sense.
Yes, definitely. Okay.
actually, it looks like I've got a soldier background. So
Cool. Alrighty. And then we have Citric.
There's some overlap.
Alright, I'm Citric. I'm an elf paladin, and my background is a Zentarum agent.
Oh, interesting. Okay. And then we have Swift Wind. Hello. Who is playing Swift Wind?
Helps when you unmute it, doesn't it?
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Um, so I am Swiftwing Airbringer. I'm an archaeologist. You've heard me prattle on for the past 4 days. I'm extremely arrogant and extremely proud of my elven heritage. And I am also an archaeologist, so I know I've studied the history of the site.
Awesome. All right. And then, last but not least, we have Pardane.
I am Pardane, the Tiefling Cleric of Life's Domain, formerly an Acolyte, and I'll figure out the rest as we go.
Okay. All right.
May I make a suggestion that we all change our name on Discord to our characters? That would help me out a lot.
Sure. If you guys would like to do that, you may do so real quick.
I would appreciate it.
How does one do that?
You right click by your name, and it comes up and it says change net name, and this will only happen for right now. Once you quit out of the game, I think it quits.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah, it actually changes your nickname for the server, so it'll just be on the.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yes, sir.
All right.
How does one look at the spells they have?
Okay, so you can look at your list of spells. If you open up your character sheet, on the right-hand side of your character sheet, you'll see a bunch of different tabs. Click on the Actions tab.
Oh, wow.
The Actions tab will have all the spells available to you, any weapon attack rolls and whatnot. So during combat, you'll definitely want to have your Actions tab open and ready to go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. And I will show you how to use those spells, whenever we get into combat. Okay. Any other questions before we continue on? Okay. So
I'm still unsure how to change my nickname on Discord. Sorry
Okay.
about that.
all right. So let's see here. Trying to remember.
If you'd like, click on your name and the right click, and you should bring up a menu. On that menu, it says change nickname. It's okay if you can't do it.
Yeah, no, sorry, I'm not getting anything like that.
Cool. Who are you? Who's your character?
I'm Citric, the elf paladin.
All right, cool.
I can help you.
Thanks.
Let's see here. Okay.
Sorry to derail the game.
It's okay. It will help some people to know who's who. Let's see.
Why does it say ZZZZ by my name?
You're probably in Discord right now and not Fantasy Grounds. It just kind of shows if you're a little bit inactive in Fantasy Grounds, not typing around anything
Oh, I
in
see.
there. So once you start typing, that'll go away.
I see.
All right, so Citric. Let's see here, see if that works. Okay, I think everyone has been changed. Okay, I think so. All right, so back into the game. Any other questions? All right, so after traveling the wasteland, you finally reach what you assume is your destination. The map you have followed for days has no additional information or clues, and you are at the small oasis that should be near the entrance to Corsetti's supposed tomb. Situated at the base of a windswept dune, the oasis is little more than a small pond, perhaps 30 feet in diameter. Sparse reeds skirt the edge of the water, and a light eddy disturbs the surface. There are no animal footprints around the edge of the water, and little evidence of recent traffic. The water appears clear and free of inhabitants. The only sound you hear is the whispering zephyr of the low desert. The smell of pungent desert flowers is thick around the water, from no apparent source. All right. And let's see here. So here's that map again.
Oh, hey, real quick. Did we figure out a part?
It's a good question. So suggestions for an adventure party name.
With my arrogant attitude, I'd say Swift Wind and its friends. That was
I like that idea.
I'm good with that.
Sure.
Why not?
Wow.
Works for me.
Okay. Sounds like it's
Okay.
unanimous. So the adventuring party is Swiftwind and friends?
I meant it as a joke, guys, but okay.
Awesome. Haha. That's cool. All right. So Swiftwind and friends, you are here around the oasis. The map has led you here. There are no other clues as to finding where Cursetti's supposed tomb is. You are part of an expeditionary force that has been hired to seek out and find this tomb.
Are we at the X spot in the map?
So, looking at the map, there is
Yeah.
the X nearby. You're at an oasis that is pretty close to that area.
I'm gonna wager that that X is where we need to go, and that that area with the little peaks and obviously like a little lake and some bushes and stuff is where we're at the.
Sounds like a good guesstimate to me.
So that seems right to me. So why don't we just head southeast? It looks like.
Yeah, that's what I'd say.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we look around this oasis a little bit first, though, so that we
Actually,
don't have to backtrack? Just
Yeah, we can do that. I'll look around a little bit, see if I notice anything.
Okay. Go ahead. Let's see. Let's see what we get here.
You rolled for everyone.
I did.
I see, and that's what it does when we don't get to see what we. Okay, I've only seen it on DM's end. Okay,
Gotcha.
interesting.
Yeah. So this is through the party sheet. I can force perception rolls and whatnot.
Right.
So,
So we know. Do we always know you rolled?
sometimes you'll see the results, sometimes you won't, depending on what I have it set up.
But we always see you roll dice.
Yeah. The dice you'll see them roll across the screen. Sometimes you
Okay.
won't know what it is.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. All right. So, Citric and Pardane. So, looking about in the pool of water, it is fairly clear, although there's a little bit of an eddy kind of whirling around, coming up from the bottom. Um, you see the water kind of slowly kind of filtering up, like it's slowly filling from the bottom from some source. Uh, you don't see any inhabitants. It seems to be free of any bugs inside the water as well.
So no fish, no bugs, no nothing.
Nope. It looks like clear water.
So does the eddy in question seem to come from the center?
It seems to be coming closer to the bottom of the pond, towards the base of this. There is a large dune next to the pond here.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
is this little eddy at the bottom supplying or taking away water?
It looks like it might be supplying water.
is there vegetation in the bottom of the?
So when you look in the pond itself, you see some vegetation, but there isn't a whole lot in the pond itself.
All right.
What do you guys think? Should we try to drink the water, see if it's fresh?
Well, one of the reasons why I asked if there was vegetation is because I was wondering if, like, there's no bugs, there's no animal tracks leading up to this. One would think that as an oasis with a pool of water, there would be more life than what I'm seeing.
Yeah. Agreed.
I think we're assuming there's danger already, and we're just at a pond.
Is there a bottom to said pond?
You look in. It's a little cloudy, so you can't exactly see the very bottom of the pond.
How deep do we estimate it is just by looking?
It looks like it's at least probably 15, 20 feet deep.
Oh, okay. Okay. So if I circle around the pond to the dune where it looks like the source is there anything over there? Can I get up on the dune? Look out from there?
Yeah. So you skirt the pond, and you get up towards the very top of the the dune there, and you look out, and you just see miles and miles of sand and dunes, as far as the eye can see.
Okay. If I examine the dune itself, there's no rocks sticking out or anything like that? Anything obvious?
You do not see any obvious signs of any rocks or anything jutting out from this dune.
Okay.
I'm gonna kneel at the edge of the water, cup my hand, and draw some water up from the pond and hold it up to my face. See if there's any kind of aroma, and then if I feel good about it, take.
Okay. So you cup a little bit of water, pulling it up. It feels cool and refreshing in your hand. Uh, as you take a sniff, you don't catch any sense outside of the normal for what water smells like.
All right, I'm gonna drink some.
All right, you drink some, and it quenches your thirst. It feels refreshing. It feels like water. Uh, yeah.
All right, so maybe we should just head southeast then, where the X marks the spot.
I'm gonna go ahead and top off my water skin.
Okay. So you top off your water skin. Okay.
I second the motion to continue forward.
Uh-oh, dice.
Yep.
Yep, the dreaded dice. All right. As man, is Estelar? I'm gonna butcher this thing a couple times. Uh, how do you pronounce it again?
Is Talar.
Is Talar. Okay. Okay. So is Talar, as everyone's topping up their water skins, uh, you look into the depths of the pond there, and you catch a glimpse of looks like a skeletal arm down at the bottom.
There's something in the pond. Looks like a skeletal arm or something.
Whoa.
Yeah, I suggest we stop drinking from here then.
Yeah, might not be a great idea.
Pretty tasty,
I
though.
mean, I mean, we don't know. Like, where, I guess maybe we should go in and investigate.
Yeah, I agree. Anyone want to go for a swim?
Yeah, I'll do it since it was my idea.
Okay, I'll pull up my crossbow and ready for anything.
Okay. So who's going first one?
That would be me, Petra.
All right. Petros. Okay. So you uh, dive into the pond, and where are you going to swim to? Down to the bottom, or any?
I guess the question is, did Istalar communicate where this skeletal?
Yeah, I think I probably pointed it out to you guys.
So yes.
Okay, yeah,
So
that's where I'm.
So he points it out, indicating that it's towards the bottom, closest to the large dune, next to the oasis. And as you pointed out, in the cloud below there, you see this skeletal hand, and it seems to be kind of waving with the soft ripple of the water down below.
Well, hello, right back.
And you just see it just constantly is just kind of waving with the ripple of the water.
Can I dive down to get a close?
You can. All right. So you dive down, swimming to about 20 feet down below. As you get down there, you see some fine silt and sand swirling about there, and you see where that skeletal form is. You see the arms and one leg gently waving in the septal current. Um, Down there, you see a large 15-foot tall and a 10-foot wide door down below there that seems to have slammed shut on this skeletal corpse. At the
All right.
And at the base of the door, you also see a small decanter, and looks like the water is filling up from this small decanter.
Okay, so this door is it like an upright door, or um is it like on the actual bottom of, like, is the door facing up, or is it facing?
It is facing up. It stands up, and it looks like it lifts up. It looks like the sands above have long since covered whatever this place is. But yeah, it stands upright.
Okay, and it seems like the eddy is coming from this decanter.
Mm-hmm.
Is the decanter something that I can easily grab and bring back up?
Yes, you can grab it and bring it up. Yep.
Then I shall do so.
Okay. All right. I will put that on the party sheet for later. So yeah, so you bring it up, and as you come out of the pond, you see it's just pouring out water constantly.
Okay, I'm gonna swim with it back to the shore and kind of, I guess, just position.
That's what the door underneath looks like now that you've described it and seen it firsthand.
Okay.
Mm.
Uh-oh, looks like we lost somebody.
Oh, I just I thought I was closing the screen at a closed fencing ground.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Um,
Yeah, that screen was a little big.
yeah, I thought I was closing it and I got a fencing
Yeah.
ground.
Okay, no worries.
I'll be there in a moment.
Okay.
Is there any way to minimize the
Um,
windows that you're pulling at?
Okay, so in the bottom right-hand corner, next to the like gold compass, there's like some slanted lines. If you click on that and drag it around, it'll resize the window for you.
Is anybody else getting an echo?
No.
Not me.
Nope.
I'm not either. So
Sorry to break it to you.
Okay, I think I sorted it.
The password was Crypt, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I when I get to the shore, I position the decanter so that it's still, at least for now, feeding water into the pond. But I want to get everybody else's opinion on what to do with it.
We should cap it if we can.
I agree.
Agreed.
Sounds good. Is there?
Yeah, it seems like an infinite source of water for us.
Yeah.
If it's safe, of course.
Okay.
What else did you find down there, Petros?
Well, I'm trying to see if I have anything I can use to cap this thing. Oh, and I assume that since you showed the image that I described the door.
Yes. The door that you saw, there were some ruins engraved in it. It was decorated with repeating geometric motifs as well.
I mean, I'm getting tomb. Trying to see if I have something in my inventory that I can use to cap this, because I think if we cap this decanter, then there won't be, like, that water will recede and we'll be able to go down to that door.
It might. It might take a while to recede.
I'm sure we have a cork or something.
I wonder how much pressure this water is doing. Could I put my hand over the decanter just to see like how hard the water pushes to get out of it?
Yeah. So you put your hand over it. It's coming out, but it's not a really strong pressure. It looks like this is taking years to fill up this pond.
Okay. Got it. Well.
So maybe we should just swim down to the door if the pond isn't going to recede.
Yeah. With the
Yeah.
speed at which the water's coming out of this, it might take a while to recede. So.
I'm going to jam a torch into the opening of the decanter to try to.
What are you wanting to do with the torch?
Well, I guess how big is the opening of the decanter? Like, I want to. I'm trying to think of something in my pack that I can use to block that. But block that open.
So It looks like it's coming out probably. Let's see here. The opening is probably the size of your pinky, and it's slowly pouring out, constant flow. So it's not too huge. The decanter itself weighs about 2 pounds.
While this is happening with the decanter, can I search the lake for a lever or something?
Okay. So you want to swim down and further investigate the area, looking for a lever or
Indeed.
whatnot? Okay. So as you swim down and further investigate, you gaze upon the massive stone portal. It's clear that the dangling would-be thief was fleeing the tomb. Its bones held together by bits of clothes and equipment still strapped to the body. The corpse is a stark warning to all. Whatever dangers lurk inside are unforgiving, even in retreat. Upon closer examination, it is obvious the great door rose out of the ground to pin the intruder to the stone lintel. How the door opens is a mystery. No handles or locking mechanisms are obvious. The door appears stout. It's a single solid stone slab engraved with runes and decorated in repeating geometric motifs. The surrounding structure is no less impressive. The columns supporting the massive lintel are intricately carved and are half encased in the surrounding brick walls. The bricks are tightly fit and surrounding mortar is solid. Only the slightest crack separates the door from the surrounding structure.
All right. I have a feeling opening the door is going to be something magical.
I'm gonna jam one of my pythons into the hole of the decanter to try to stop the flow.
Okay, and with that, there's just a small little drip coming from the decanter at this point. It's almost completely stopped.
I have a couple of candles. Maybe we could melt some of the wax around the edges to create a seal.
That sounds like a good
Hey, that's
idea.
a good
Bastard.
idea. Yeah.
Excellent idea.
Yeah, so probably do that then.
Okay. And that was Citric?
It was Istalar that's going to do that.
Okay. Istalar. All right. Good job. Give you inspiration for that.
Ooh, cool.
All right. So you light a candle, dripping the wax onto the end of the decanter, completing the seal. And the water flow stops completely at this point.
What's the volume of water we're talking about? Perhaps we could dig a trench and just have the water go away, have the water run out.
So the pond is about 30 feet wide, and at its depth, it's about 20 feet deep.
Ooh, okay, no do.
Yeah, that would take too long.
Yeah.
I am going to shed my armor because it's metal and I don't want to drown, and swim down and look at the runes and try to identify them using Arcana.
Okay, give me an Arcana check.
Okay, how do I do that on the character sheet?
All right, so click on the Skills tab of your character sheet on the right-hand
Okay.
side, and then
Okay.
find Arcana. Scroll all the way to the right, and there's going to be a box with your plus or minus for that skill.
Yep.
Double-click that box, and it will roll your score. Ooh, wow. unlucky.
Oh, well, I don't
Yeah.
recognize anything.
Yeah.
I have a proficiency in Arcana. Should I do it?
I had a proficiency too, but
Oh man.
That wasn't me making an actual throw. I was just trying out the software.
oh, that
I
was
see
somebody
that
else.
you-
That wasn't even me.
Yeah, that wasn't.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, okay, okay. So yeah, go
Oh,
ahead.
there we go.
All right.
Much better.
Okay, so you check the ruins, and looking looking them over, you determine that this is indeed the crypt of Cursetti, Magi and him Netir of ancient Esh. Um, so yeah, so basically it describes that this is the crypt of Cursetti.
Okay. It doesn't give any clue as to how to open it.
No. Um, yeah. No clue as to how to open it just yet.
Isn't the skeleton wedged in the door?
It is. It is wedged in the door towards the top side of the lintel.
I've got a crowbar if that would help to try and pry it open.
Yeah, maybe try to pry it open, like where the skeleton's wedged.
Yeah, that's
since
what I
it's
was
already.
thinking.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Do you
Who's
happen
the
to have a
strong-
hill giant to wield that?
Hey, it's worth a try.
Who's the strongest here?
Not it.
I'm not bad. I'll take off my chainmail and swim down and try it.
All right. So you take off your chainmail, and after some time, you dive back into the water, and so you're going to try and use the crowbar to open the door.
Correct.
All right. So go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Not so good.
All right. You struggle, but this crowbar is you try as hard as you can, but you don't have the strength to make this door budge.
No, it's not my fault. It's the crowbar. The crowbar. It's not my fault.
It's a faulty crowbar.
Faulty crowbar, exactly.
Did you keep the receipt?
Gotcha. So while he's doing that, what's everyone else doing? Are you guys in the water too, or are you guys up above?
Well, I swam back up to the surface, so I'm just treading water at this point.
Yeah, I'm on the edge. I'm going to just go ahead and put my gear back on that I took off to go swimming. And I'm actually looking at that map and thinking maybe it might be worth checking out where that X is. As a ranger, I feel like, scouting something like that might be my job.
Do you think the X would be the thing that will open?
I don't know. I know. I know it's just the first thing that would seem to come to my mind would be to check that out. And that might be like another entrance or something.
Okay, while I'm down there, can I feel around the carving? Are there any of them that are loose or can press in and pull out or anything?
Okay. So give me an investigation check, please.
Not so much.
All right, so you're down there looking, checking the door itself. You don't find anything that looks like you can push it in or maneuver.
And the slightest crack is caused by the skeleton's arm, right?
Correct. Yeah, the skeleton basically, there's it's one arm and one leg that is hanging out from the door. The rest of it is pinned inside the doorway.
Gotcha.
Is the door actually open like a crack where the skeleton is, or is it completely shut?
For the most part, it is completely shut. It's just a slight crack. There might be some water dripping in, but yeah, it's a pretty massive door that is blocking out most of that water.
How far do I think that X is from our location?
Looking on that map, it could be another half day to a day's journey from here.
That was significantly more than I anticipated.
I've assessed the situation and I believe that's the only way forward.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I don't know of any way to get this open. I guess the other option would be to try to see if there's something buried in that dune. Try to dig out or dig a hole into it or something, but I don't think that would. I think the time involved would be impractical.
I agree. There probably are more things because if there is hidden things in the first place, then there's generally more.
I just don't know what else.
I'm coming up for a breath and going to make another once around that door, see if I can see anything other than the door. Can I see a stone wall, for instance?
Yeah, you can see that surrounding that stone door. It's surrounded by brick walls
Okay.
that are
And
tightly
the brick
fit.
wall leads all the way.
Yeah, all the way around is as far as you can tell. Uh, but yeah,
Okay.
so are you wanting to go down and try and?
Yeah, just go around the pool.
Oh,
Just looking around the pool. Is it only that one side that has a brick wall?
yeah, just that one side at the base of that dune there in the bottom of that pond. Okay.
And does any of the wall have any writing on it?
Um, so you swim back down looking. The brick wall is devoid of any motives or any writing. Um, yeah, just bricks. It's tightly fit. Um, let's see here. One second. All right, Swift Wind. This time going down, as you're looking around and examining this wall, you notice that one of these particular bricks on the right side um, protrudes slightly more than the surrounding stones.
Okay, I'm going to try and pull it out.
Okay. So you try to pull it out. You heave and you uh, work that stone out. The brick finally comes loose. There's a gout of sand that starts kind of pouring through at that point there. And then you also hear and you see the water kind of burbling. You see the water start to quickly start draining. And you hear you feel a sensation of stone grinding. And those of you up top, you see the stone door slowly begins to lower.
And here I was jokingly about to say that I went to look for a rubber stopper at.
All right. After a little bit of time, you see that the door lowers, but it appears to only lower about 3 feet. So there's a 3-foot gap. 3-foot gap between the top of that doorway and what's beyond.
How fast is the water draining?
The water is draining rapidly at this point, and it has almost completely drained down to the level of where the door has receded into the ground.
All right, well, I'm going to get out of the pond and get my gear back on. I
Same
think
with
we found our way in.
Can we rappel down to the door and try and go in that 3-foot opening?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I think that's the way I wanted to do it because I don't want to swim in my armor.
Okay. So after the water finishes receding all the way down to the level of the door, you tie a rope off. There's probably a palm tree or whatnot nearby, the base of the dune that you could tie off to, where you can rappel down to that opening.
Okay. Who wants to go first, Rogue? Oh, wait. Who wants to go first?
Yeah, I can go first, I suppose.
I can go after.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are easily able to rappel down. It's not that difficult of a challenge to rappel down. The water, there's still some water in here, but not much. You peer in, you see some sunshine peering through. Inside, the room opens up to look like this. Wow, another big image. Let me resize that. All right. So you guys enter into the tomb here, and you see this. After the massive door lowers, daylight shines into the tomb through the gap in the portal. Dust motes hover in the air. There's a little bit of water on the floor from where the water drained. The chamber is beyond is dimly illuminated. Roughly 20 feet deep by 30 feet wide, this initial chamber is an incredible sight. The walls are coated in fine plaster and mud, smoothed and painted in pictographs and scenes of ancient life. Religious ceremonies, rites, and rituals are all depicted in painstaking detail. Runes and glyphs are scattered among the drawings, and what seem like geometric shapes adorn the walls at regular spacing and intervals. The mud is damp and sloughs slightly along the bottom edge of the walls. The ceiling is not visible from the lowered door. A hallway opposite the main door recedes into darkness. The stale air smells slightly of mold. There's a mildewy stench that is not initially overpowering. You don't hear any sounds that issue forth out of the chamber except the water, and nothing seems to be moving beyond.
I'll follow into the tomb.
Okay. All right, so let me load up another map here. Just one moment. Okay. All right. So here is the map, and this is the room that you are currently inside of at this point.
Wow, that's cool.
So is this using line of sight?
It is using line of sight. Yes.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah. It is a pretty cool feature of the new Unity engine for Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah.
All right. So is there anything you'd like to do in here?
Okay, so this area right behind us, that's the entrance, right?
So,
Or to our left.
okay, let me put a drawing here. Okay, so that little, that arrow points to the door there. Oops, let me open that. Okay.
Okay.
So that is the entrance that you came in.
Okay, that's what I thought. Let's see.
Can
So
I see farther down the tomb with my dark vision?
So you can see down a little ways. There's a hallway that peers down into the darkness. There is some illumination coming from further down the hallway. It looks like
Okay.
it's a hallway that ends in a T intersection.
okay.
I looked and I'm the only one who does not have dark vision.
Ah, there's always somebody.
Yeah. Let's see. I think I have a hooded lantern if you want to use that.
Greatly appreciated.
Yeah, so I'll pass the lantern over. Let's see.
Can anybody read these runes?
Can try.
What would be the
Yeah, I'll
best
give it a
skill for
go.
that?
Okay. Give me a history check.
Arcana. History.
Yeah, we're gonna do history on this one.
Who's our archaeologist?
I guess I'm an archaeologist. I'll try.
All right, Swiftwind. So you peer at these ruins and the pictographs and whatnot, and you realize that this is standard architectural style of ancient burial tombs from the time period. Um, there's nothing significant outside of that.
Yeah, but they're going to hear 10 minutes of lecture about it.
Okay.
Yeah, they're hearing me point out every little insignificant detail that doesn't really matter.
I love it.
And there'll be a quiz at the end, folks.
Pop quiz.
Exactly. But no warnings, nothing of that sort.
Nope. There's no warnings or anything of that nature. Nope.
Are the walls past the initial chamber? Do they have writing on them?
So, past the chamber into the hallway.
Yes.
All right.
I'm not moving there, I'm just looking.
Okay. So as you peer out there, you see the light flows down the corridor, reveals an intersection 20 feet away. The walls are a continuation of the decoration in the foyer. Scenes of fertile fields near a river are shown. see. The floor is damp in here. You have a faintest smell of copper that you can smell coming from further down the hallway.
I think we should go check.
All right. Well, if we're
Seconded.
gonna go check that out, we'll have to follow the standard exploration procedures, and I will look around in this hallway and see if I can see any kind of irregularities in the floor, the walls, anything that could be a trap or anything.
All right. As you peer down that hallway looking for those irregularities, you notice that the damp floor is suddenly dry, approximately 5 feet from that archway of the hallway, and there's some faint steam rising up from the floor.
Okay. All right, guys. There's something weird over here. Let's see. So this area of the floor that I noticed this issue with,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let's see, what's the heaviest thing I have? Well, it'd probably be the crowbar. Nothing I have is super heavy, so I'll just take like the crowbar and like throw it onto this area and see what happens.
All right. You throw it onto that area where you saw the steam rising, and the floor gives way. It's an 8-foot wide pit that opens up. You hear your crowbar give way and clang against stone down below.
Okay.
One crowbar down.
All right. Well, that sounds about right. Well, so I don't notice anything else in the rest of the hallway.
Nope, the rest of the hallway appears to be normal.
All right, everybody. Looks like this hallway's safe to go through.
As you get closer to that, where that pit is, where that square that I drew on the map, it looks like the pit is about 30 feet deep, and there is some water at the bottom.
Okay.
But what was causing the steam?
That is a good question.
Yeah.
Give me an investigation check.
So 19?
All right. So you take a closer look at this pit with the steam rising out of it, and it appears that the steam is definitely rising from the bottom of this pit. So there is probably something at the bottom that is heating this water. As you further look at the water, as it's slowly kind of streaming and draining into the pit, you see that the water is slowly boiling at this point, at the bottom of it.
Oh, so the pit's heated.
Hot tub.
Very hot tub.
Is there any light coming from it? Like that could suggest, I don't know, like lava or
So there's you do see a couple points at the bottom that appear to be glowing. So there is something warm down there. The amount of light doesn't suggest that it's lava per se, but there's definitely something else that is heating that water up down below, and there is water light coming from that water down below.
All right.
Does it look like the water's rising, or is it staying at like the same level?
So there is a small trickle of water that is still kind of dripping in from the door and kind of draining over into the pit, but it is slowly draining.
Okay.
So is the floor sloped?
It appears to be. It is pretty level in here, but it looks like it's just the water that's dripping in from the doors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's I guess jump over this.
Sounds good.
Or can we? It looks like they're about 3 feet on the side. Can we just do 3 feet on the side?
Scooch on the wall.
Yeah, so there's about a foot ledge on the sides of the wall. It's so the pit is 8 feet wide. The hall here is 10 feet. So there's about a foot on each side that you can carefully navigate around.
Yeah, I suggest we do tie each other off and go one at a time.
Sounds good to me.
Sure, I can go first.
Or do we want the thief? Sorry, the rogue. I wouldn't want to demean you like that. To go. He knows about such things.
Yeah, doesn't matter with me. Whatever you guys think we should do.
I'm gonna go ahead and just sidle against the wall, and
Okay. So those that are skirting around it, go ahead and give me an acrobatics check.
One moment, I still have to find all the things.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I will go as well. Let's see.
All right.
15.
Okay, Pardane successfully makes it across.
It
And
says I'm
Citric-
unable to open window using a wildcard link.
Okay, and that's when you double click the acrobatics skill next to the box next to the red icon to the very right.
Yeah, when I do that, it just says I can't.
All right. Which character are you?
I'm Maxine.
Maxine. Okay.
I have the same problem.
All right. So let me look here. Okay, so the box on Maxine that says +2, is that the box you're double clicking?
I was clicking the red thing.
Okay, yeah. Click the
Oh,
box
okay,
to the
yeah, I was
very
doing
left
something
of it.
wrong.
Yeah, no worries. Okay. All right. So everyone makes it
Oh, love.
across. Petros, as you are slowly making your way, you start to lose your footing, but you're quickly able at the last second to maintain your balance without falling in head first.
I'm going
You're
to toss.
you're a generous man.
I'm going to toss someone a rope and suggest that we do it that way. For me, I'm not going to risk my life. Oh well.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
That's right, because...
We're done.
Okay. We're done. All
We're
right.
done.
Let's see here. All right, so you guys finally make yourselves across onto the other side of the pit there, and you see there's a T intersection, and I believe I have a picture of that as well. So let me show you.
So this is a module you made?
I did not make this. My buddy Skeeter Green is the one who created this module.
I see. This is quite impressive.
Yeah, he did a pretty good job of this. Let's let's see here. Let me take a look, make sure I got the right image for this one. Yep, okay. So that was an image of the hallway you guys just went through. And then...
Oh, I now see the spoon.
Yep.
Yep, cool. Okay. So, yep, so you guys find yourselves at a T-way intersection at this point. Okay, after making your way around the pits, you enter a gorgeous 20-foot by 60-foot corridor. The ceiling towers 30 feet overhead and in an impressive pointed arch. The plastered walls are brilliantly displayed with pictographic scenes of people, animals, and combinations of both undertaking various tasks, speaking, working, or fighting. People of all descriptions are represented. However, a recurring theme of tall, almost impossible thin men and women with various animal heads are dominant. The paintings are incredibly lifelike and detailed, if not uh, slightly alien. About 20 to 30 feet down the southern branch of the corridor, you notice a horrific sight. You see thick-hafted spears protrude from both sides of the walls, impaling a corpse suspended in the center. A large stain is directly below the corpse, likely caused from the undiscovered trap. A long pole also lays near the stain. The southern corridor leads directly into an alcove-filled hall with armed statues. The air in the corridor is less stale than previous rooms, although a faint smell of decay lingers the farther north in the corridor you proceed. And there is a picture looking south there.
Alright, so we should, like, investigate the walls to look for booby traps.
No, wait, if I'm looking at this picture right, so we came in, it looks like there's another passageway that goes back the direction we came.
Yes, so there is a doorway. If you look at the map as well, you see that there is a doorway into another room, almost right next to where you came out, on both the south and the north there of the map.
I agree with
Okay.
Citric. Before we do anything, even going into that little hall, I think we should check for shit.
Yep.
Oh, agreed.
Yeah. So I'll go out towards this area here. Check around in this the area in front of me first, like out over here and everything.
Okay.
Let's see. Do you want me to roll anything for that?
Yeah, give me an investigation check, please.
All right. Let's see.
Yeah. Oop, dang it. Clicked the wrong thing. All right. Okay, and so 20 something else. Alrighty. So as you investigate it, now are you checking out the decor, or are you looking for particular pits?
I'm
Or
looking at the
traps?
walls
Okay.
for traps.
All right. So you search that wall there in the front, and you are certain that you do not see anything that would indicate there are any traps in that area.
It looks like this way's clear. No traps.
Okay.
Perfect.
Let's see. So I'm going to start making my way down this southern hallway towards where these spears are and the pole and everything, and I'm going to be checking for traps along the way, but I'm going to, as long as there aren't any traps, once I get there, I think I'm going to grab the pole and just, like, carry that with me. That way I don't have to lose all my equipment triggering the different traps
Okay.
as we go by them. So.
Okay.
Do we want to search the room to the east before
Yeah.
we move down?
We can do that. I'm just gonna grab this. I just need to grab the pole. That way I can use it to trigger any traps we encounter without losing my equipment, like I did with the crowbar.
Sure.
Okay. Swiftwind, you're the archaeologist, correct?
Yes.
All right. As they are searching and picking up the poles, you probably, your eyes are wandering about the decor on the walls, and you're able to pick out some details. You see that the size and the scale of the people represented on here do not seem to match normal humanoid proportions. The beings depicted are too tall, too thin to be normal humans or the like. You also notice that their appendages are often too thin and extend an unusual amount. Interspersed with the beings, you see is the text, numerals, geometric shapes, lines, and other undecipherable glyphs. And there seems to be some type of looks like it's some type of a language, but you're not quite able to decipher its meaning.
Okay, I'm going to take out my journal and draw the hieroglyphics in there,
Okay.
so I can
All
shove
right.
them a little later.
Okay.
Well, what languages do you know, Swiftwind? Because some other people in the group might have other language that they could
Well,
try
I
to.
don't. My guess is nobody's going to know this language, but you can try, and I'll point them out to you. I know Common, Elvish, and Undercommon, but my guess is this is some forgotten language.
Okay, because I know Abyssal, Celestial, Common, Elvish, and Gnomish.
Okay, I'll point them to you. Can she read any of them?
So you take a look, and the languages are foreign to even you as well.
All right, good to know.
Alright, the only language I know that's different is Thieves' Cant, so I'll take a look, but I'm not really expecting it to be in that.
I know Aura.
Okay.
I know Halfling and Sylvan.
All right. You guys all take a step up and look, and once again, between all of you so far, no one is able to decipher this language.
All right, it was worth a shot.
Oh man.
Is it even using the alphabet I'm used to?
Yeah, it's pretty different.
Okay, so completely different alphabet. Like trying to read ancient Egyptian is what I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so there are no traps on the way to get the pole, right?
No, it's free down there to
Okay.
where the pole is.
Yeah, so
How
I
many
just...
poles are there?
So I think you said there was a pole and then a
yeah.
bunch of, like, spears?
Yeah, so
So-
there's only one pole there. So let me show you the image again here. So that's the image as you get a little closer to it. As you approach the spears, you notice the corpse is suspended off the ground, as it is tried, as if it tried to avoid the horrible trap at the last second. Closer inspection reveals the desiccated corpse is facing you, implying the would-be thief was caught leaving the tomb. Its equipment is still intact, although some straps and clothing have been cut through. The wooden pole on the ground is roughly 8 feet long and sheared off at the end. Several copper and silver coins are scattered below the body. There is only the faintest smell of decay on the corpse. The body is dried to the point of unrecognition. The stain on the floor is slightly in front of the body and does not initially appear to be a blood stain.
Interesting. Well, we should probably check his belongings then.
Yeah.
was a
if
thief
the
trying
body
to
was
escape.
leaving, it might have something good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I'm also gonna check out the stain to see if I can tell what that is.
Okay.
Yeah, because it might not be blood.
Right.
Cranberry
I'm
juice.
going to look closely at him and figure out, trying to understand why in the world he isn't decayed.
All right. So, okay, so you look at the all right, so let's start at the stain on the floor. Who is it that was looking at that?
Is Talar.
Okay, so with that, give me an investigation check, please.
Okay, let's see.
Swift Shadow, you were trying to figure out why he is dried like he is. You could also give me an investigation check. Okay, it looks like Istalar, he rolled an intimidation instead of the investigation.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have the same bonus on each of them, so it
Oh.
doesn't really matter.
Okay, that works. All right.
Yeah.
Was anyone else looking at the corpse or the trap
I wanted
itself?
to check his belongings, yeah.
Okay. I would also like for you to make an investigation check as you step up and search his belongings. Oh, very nice.
Hey!
Right.
There
Okay.
we go.
So as you step up and you see everyone else is, puzzling and looking at everything and questioning it, you guys all pull the clues together, and it appears that the trigger has already been set for the spear trap, so it looks like it's safe. It also, the stain on the ground is not actually a blood stain. It seems to have an oily substance. And as you guys check it over and smell it and whatnot, you find that it is a toxic oil that's that was used years ago. It it seems to be poisonous on there, and it causes fluids to evaporate quickly, leaving corpses or whatnot dried. So you figure that whatever that oil is probably what caused the corpse to become so dried and desiccated like it is.
Got something to do with mummies, I can tell.
Now, Citric, you search through the body, and you find that there is a ball of string on him, 10 feet long. He has some leather armor on there that you can pull off. He also has a magnifying glass 3 pouches, and he has a set of thieves' tools. And those are in the party sheet. And so those of you new to Fantasy Grounds, if you look in the upper right-hand corner of Fantasy Grounds, next to the button that has the crossed swords, there's one that has a silhouette of 3 people. That is where you open up the party sheet. So if you click that and you go down to inventory, you can see the loot that you have currently found. And also you can kind of scroll down, you can see what all the equipment everyone has in the party through here.
And so if I wanted to give it one to myself, would I just click and drag it over in my character?
You know, I haven't tried that. Usually, if you want to assign any one of these items, I could type in the name next to it, and I can click a button, and it will automatically put it on your character sheet.
Well, let's try it. It can't hurt.
Okay.
I'm going to see if I can take the magnifying glass.
All right.
So I'm going to the magnifying glass.
Okay. So see if you can drag that over.
I cannot.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Did you do that?
Yeah, I just typed in
Okay.
the assignment.
Okay. But yeah, I cannot. I just was curious if that's how it is.
Okay, so I will go ahead and distribute some of the silver pieces and the gold coins that were on the ground that you guys found, along with the magnifying glass, real quick. Okay, so now on your character sheet, the magnifying glass should be in your inventory. If there's anything on there that you guys want, just let me know, and we'll assign it to you and put it on your character sheet.
Well, I was thinking I was probably carrying the decanter.
Okay, and your name was
Petros.
Petros. Okay, still getting used to your guys' voices. Okay, so Petros has the decanter. Okay. All right. Anyone else want anything? The ball of string, leather pouches, or the thieves' tools?
I'll take those tools.
Okay, and that is...
I'll take the ball string.
Okay, so thieves' tool, that goes to... Was that Iztalar?
No, I'm Maxine.
Oh, Maxine, okay. Sorry about that. And the ball of string is going to...
Citric.
Citric. Okay. All right. Okay.
I'll take one of the pouches.
Petros, 1 pouch. Okay.
I'll take another pouch.
All right. Swiftwind. Anyone else want the 3rd pouch?
I'll take it.
And that is...
Pardane.
Pardane. Okay. All righty.
Now, can you also give experience to this?
Yes, on the party sheet, I can award experience through quests and encounters, and it evenly shares. Yes.
Okay, and you're right clicking to share it. I guess you get a radial.
No, there's a down arrow in the assignment sheet. So after I assign it, I just hit the down arrow, and that evenly shares the coins. And if there's any item on there with the name assigned to it, it automatically gets put on their character sheet.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. With this pole that I picked up, I'm gonna look at it and make sure it doesn't have any of this like toxic oil on it.
Okay. So you look at the pole. It does have a little bit on it.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see if I have anything I could use to cover that up.
Or wipe it off.
Yeah.
Is there some rags from the corpse's clothes we could use to clean that up?
Yeah, there's a few bits of rags and whatnot on the corpse you can use to
Okay.
To wipe off the oil from the pole.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Okay.
wanna. All right. Where do you guys think we should go to next?
Why don't
I
we
want to go to the room that is going back, not back where we came, but it's the same direction.
Yeah, the room right next to the hallway we came out of.
Yeah.
Is there any way in Fantasy Grounds to like show on the map what you're talking about? Because I
Yeah.
know in
So
okay.
we don't have a ping feature in Fantasy Grounds, but what you can do if you right click on the map and go to pointers, you can either do like a circle, a cone, square, or an arrow. Just click on one of
Okay.
those, and then, like if
Okay.
you click the box, just drag on the map to make the size of the box. But you can use that to kind of indicate what you are talking about. And then the
Okay.
other thing, which actually I'm going to go ahead and explain real quick. So as everyone's drawing pointers and whatnot, it's going to reflect the same color as your dice. So at this point, I will show you how you can change the color of your dice real quick.
Oh, cool.
So if you look in the top right-hand corner of Fantasy Grounds, there is a button that looks like a color palette. If you open that up, it's got a series of bubbles, red, green, and blue, also white and black. By clicking those orbs, it'll slowly change the color of your dice, which is also reflected in your pointers when you draw on the map. So that way, if everyone has a different color, you can figure out who's pointing at what. Also, looking at your portraits up at the top, there's a little dot next to everyone that you can see the color of their dice.
Oh,
Okay. That's cool.
So now if you go ahead and draw a pointer on the map, it'll be the color of your dice.
Okay. Oh, I just saw this draw mode thing as well, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there is a drawing tool. Yeah.
So I could use that as well, I
Mhm.
think. Alright,
Yeah.
cool.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, so you were talking about like this room here where I put that red blob, right? I don't remember who was saying where we should go next.
yeah, I think they're talking about, correct me if I'm wrong, they're talking about this room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah.
All right. So you
Can
go.
do that.
Okay.
So you head over into there. This is a 10-foot by 20-foot room. It appears to be a closet or a storeroom in here. The walls in here are coated in the same smooth plaster or mud from the previous rooms. The air in here smells stale, with heavy burlap or linen scent mixed with very sweet syrupy aroma. The ceiling in here is only 5 feet tall. You do see that there are some kegs and crates in here.
So it's like a pantry.
It appears to be, yeah, a pantry or some type of closet or a storeroom, yes.
Can we investigate the kegs?
You sure can. All right. So, there are 6, actually there are 9, looks like there are 3 casks, and it looks like 9 barrels in here. As well as 2 crates. So, as you go through and start searching through things, you find that 6 of the barrels are half filled with water that seem to be still potable. Each barrel contains enough water to sustain a medium creature for 1 week in the desert. You find that there are 3 barrels of spoiled wine in here. There's also 2 crates of some type of a durable cloth in there, probably hemp. And there are 3 casks that seem to be some type of honey wine.
All right.
Hmm.
I will add those to the party sheet. Okay.
So you have to open up to do that. You have to, as DM, open up our party sheet, go to inventory, drag that parcel
Mm-hmm.
onto the sheet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Does anyone want to do anything with any of those barrels, crates, or anything?
Can I make a history check and see if I can figure out anything about, whether these are well, something about their culture from that?
So as you check, it's kind of hard to really determine much from their culture from what you're seeing. Uh, those three casks that you find that have honey wine in them, it is some type of a vintage honey wine from this old culture. Um, and they are probably worth a pretty penny. Those casks of vintage honey wine that are in there. Each cask weighs about 50 pounds.
Oh boy.
Yep.
So what weird, I suggest we leave them here, but we're talking about thousands of year old honey one.
Okay, but it's right near the place we came in, so maybe we can get them on the way out.
That's what I was saying. Yep.
Yeah, I think
How
that
are we
makes
gonna
sense.
Perfect.
get them over the pit?
Throm.
Okay.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Or rope them.
Well, I do agree that we should leave them here until we're ready to leave, and we've made sure there's taking care of any dangers that are present in the rest of this crypt thingy.
I don't know why, but my character's face is gone.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I see that. Okay.
Just a green dot now. It's all right.
Huh.
That is very weird. That actually happened to me with someone in another game last weekend. So it must be one of the bugs they have in Unity. Let's
Dang.
see your character. I'll put a new token on the map here in a minute. Let's see. We'll figure out. That is Maxine. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So I will put another one of you there. Huh. It looked like your other one disappeared to me.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Cool.
Hmm.
All right. So there you go. Also, looking at the stuff, the crates of the cloth. It looks like there's probably enough cloth in one of those crates to make a pretty good sized tent that would probably shelter 8 humanoids. That's how much cloth is in those crates.
Wow, it's a lot of cloth.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
Hey, can we take a 10-minute break?
We certainly can. All
That'd
right.
be awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Works with me.
All right. So, before you guys head off, if you can, in the chat window, go ahead and type /AFK. And when you do so, there will be a little symbol showing that you're AFK. So when you come back, you just move your mouse or type, and it'll go away. So that way we'll know when everyone is back in 10 minutes.
Oh.
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
Sounds good.
All right. See you
Thanks.
guys in 10 minutes.
Yep.
any of these guys' ones from last night?
One of the guys is. Yep. Picks down. All my pictures are Facebook. It's gonna be difficult. Oh man, they're going to be. Oh fuck.
What?
He wants me to post pictures, but I'm also trying to run a game and.
Do them on a break.
Well, I am on a break, but I got like.
Next break.
Wow, like 1 minute or something coming. Come on. Yeah, I'll have to do it,
Later.
when I'm done, because, like I said, I've got to be back here in like a minute.
Pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
I've never been a muffin, or not muffin, but bagel eater either.
Mm-hmm. Me either.
Make a big difference.
Should got something to drink.
I can go get it.
Cool.
Ice.
Yeah, ice, please. All right. Just in the nick of time. Okay, thanks, Mama.
I was gonna go watch my Gunsmoke when I had forgot I was watching.
Okay. All right, I'll catch you in a little bit. All right, how we doing, guys? Everyone back? Let's see here.
I am.
Yep, I'm back.
Cool. All right, looks like everyone's back except for Citric. So, everyone enjoying the adventure so far?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm having fun.
Awesome. Yep. So,
Back, yes, sir.
okay, cool. So, at some point, we might get lucky and Skeeter might actually drop in and say hi, the guy who wrote this module. So, hopefully,
Oh, cool.
yeah, hopefully he will.
Is he also from
So,
Colorado?
Skeeter Green, he used to work for Fraud God Games for a long time. He's worked on
Okay.
projects like Rapanathuk for Fraud God Games and Necromancer Games. Yeah, so he's worked in the industry for a long time. So he's got a lot of books under his title, but this was all on his own. His very first module. He formed his own publishing house, Skeeter Green publications. And this module, he is actually working on converting it over to DCC as we speak. So later this year, it'll go to Kickstarter, and it will also add more levels to this adventure as well. So,
Oh, cool.
yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome back. All right. So is everyone back now?
Yeah, I think so.
So Maxine is here. Tilar is here.
Yep, I'm here.
Petros is here. Citric, are you back?
Yes.
Okay. Swiftwind
I'm here.
and Pardane?
I'm here.
All right. I am going to say it sounds like everyone is here. Okay. So you guys had just finished...
I've returned.
welcome back. So you guys had just finished looking through the storage room, finding some crates and barrels and whatnot. All right, so what would you guys like to do from here?
Is the stairway leading up or down?
Stairway.
The thing north.
I don't... There is no stairway here.
Oh, I was thinking this was a stairway.
No, it's just a storage room right next to the hallway, and it has a very low ceiling, so maybe that gave that illusion of that, because the ceiling in that storage room was only 5 feet high.
Yeah, I was actually talking about going north of it.
Okay.
No, I was actually thinking that was a storage room. I'm stairway where my arrow is pointing. But no. But no, that's just a hallway. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
You're good.
So do we want to go north or south, guys?
I
Well-
say north because there's a trap south.
Okay.
Oh, it's been triggered.
Yeah.
True,
Well-
but he's already died there. That's not really a good omen.
Fair point.
Well, I think we should.
We're in a crypt.
True.
Well, I think we should check out the room on the other side of the hallway we came into this place from. Over
Right,
here.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So
other
I'm gonna-
story.
before we go in, I'm gonna check around to make sure I don't see any type of traps or anything.
Okay. So as you're going down, you've got the 8-foot pole.
Yep.
And checking around, you do not see any traps in that area.
All right.
So which room did you want to check out? The one there to your left or immediately to the north there?
I want to check out this room to the left. Just get that taken care of before we move farther into this crypt.
Okay. All right. So this is another 10-foot by 20-foot room. The walls in here are again coated in that same smooth plaster and mud as the previous storage room. The air in here smells stale. There is a heavy wooden scent. The ceiling in here is only 5 feet tall.
Okay. Is there anything in the room or is it empty?
Actually, let me see something. So yeah, so there's a heavy wood scent in here. It is, for the most part, it is pretty empty. Is Talar though? You do notice that in the back of the room, there are some It looks like exotic hardwood. Looks like some beams in there.
Okay. Well, looks like there's some exotic wooden beams over here. We can probably grab those on the way out as well.
Yeah, each one of those timbers, it looks like there's probably about 4 of them. Those timbers, they're about 6 inches by 12 inches and about 12 feet long. And they probably,
Okay.
the exotic wood that they're made out of would probably fetch a pretty penny in town.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to come back for those as well. What direction do you guys want to go now?
They said north earlier, so
Yes,
let's go
north.
Okay. Well, I'll as I move up north, I'll make sure to check around, look for traps and everything.
I'll do the same.
No, we see more bodies.
Ugh.
That's fun.
I want to loot the one on the left.
Okay, so in here, this is a long rectangular room. It's 20 feet wide, 30 feet long, with a bronze double door sealed at the northern end. Each of the eastern and western walls is divided into 6 recessed compartments containing a clay or mud statue. Displayed upon a 3-foot tall pedestal on a 2-foot tall plinth. And then each wears a breastplate of heavy armor and bears a decorative polearm. The armor looks to be fashioned of gold or gold plate inlaid with bright stones. In 4 locations, the statues have fallen off the pedestals. Bones are mixed in with the armor and what looks like pottery shards. 2 human bodies, dressed similarly to yourselves, also rest in the clutter. The air is heavy and stagnant, and smells vaguely of metal, rot, and dust. The alcoves weirdly absorb and redirect sounds, so there is a strange echo chamber effect in here.
All right. It looks like the statue just kind of disintegrated.
But you said they were mixed with bones on the inside?
The ones that are toppled over, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're not buried regularly.
No.
Okay, and I don't notice any traps or anything in this area.
You do not see any traps, no.
Okay. Well, looks like it's should be safe to enter here, so
I take a few steps forward to the bodies. Does anything happen?
Okay. You take a couple steps towards the bodies. And nothing happens yet. See, that was you, Citric. Alright, I'll move you to... They're about in the middle there of the map. What's everyone else doing?
I'm going to come up and try and read one of those alcoves. Try and read the inscription on it.
Okay, so you're going to read an inscription. Okay. What's everyone else doing? Petros, Istalar, Hardane, Maxine?
I don't think I have a detect magic spell, but I
do.
think.
Thanks.
Oh well, then you should do that.
well, so you said that these statues are wearing these like gold breastplates, right?
Ancient breastplates, yes. And
Okay.
they have some fancy polearms that are decorative.
Okay, so I'm gonna check out one of the statues. I guess the one like right to the left of me now,
Okay.
and I'm gonna see how easy I think it would be to remove the pole arms and armor.
Okay. So, all right. So that's what you're going to be doing. I'm just trying to get a sense of what everyone else is doing as well too, and I'll go through the
What's
list.
what's at the
What do
far?
you want me to cast Detect Magic on?
What's at
Can
the
you-
far wall?
What?
Okay.
It looks like there's something at the far wall.
Okay. So the far wall, there is a bronze double door over there at the very end of the hallway, and then I think I heard someone else was asking what he wanted to cast the detect magic upon.
Can
Yeah.
you just do the room, or does it have to be specific?
Oh yeah, you can.
Um,
Yeah, that's true. You could, and then kind of just visually check it out.
all right, I'm gonna cast it as a ritual, so
Okay.
it'll take me 10 minutes.
Okay. So you'll be casting that. All right.
Yep.
So let's start. We'll start from the back and kind of work our way up to the room. Did anyone want to check out the doors? Because I know someone had asked what that was.
Yeah, I'll go check out the door.
All right.
I wanted to loot the bodies.
Okay. And you're
I
looting
will
the body.
assist.
Okay. So Istalar, you're checking out these statues to see if you could take off the pole arm and the breastplates. It does look like you can pull them off. It'll take a little bit of time, but it looks like you can pull them off.
Okay, cool.
Swiftwind, you wanted to check out some of the inscriptions underneath the statues?
Yeah.
All right. So you look at the inscriptions, and it looks like, once again, this is written in language similar to what you had seen in the T intersection to the south. You're able to you're not able to decipher what the language means at this point.
Is okay. I'm going to continue writing this down in a book.
Okay.
My goal is to make some kind of rubric
Okay. Gotcha.
to, you know,
Okay. And then it looks like Citric and Maxine are searching the bodies uh, of the following adventures there, and the statues in the center there. Let's see here. So, checking it out. Let's see here. So, searching the bodies, it looks like all their possessions have been stripped off of them. You don't find anything of value on them. Um, as far as some of the toppled statues that have some of the breastplate and whatnot, um, Istlar, you also notice that armor and whatnot that is on these statues. Looks like it's made out of nanite, which is extremely valuable. So it looks like there's a lot of value there. Also, you notice that the halberts appear to show no signs of decay. They're in perfect shape. And then, let's see here, the door. Petros is over investigating the door. So it's a double door. It's got some glyphs and whatnot written in the language that you guys are unable to decipher on it. What did you want to do with the door?
Is there a like a handle or some? I'm looking for a way to open it, not necessarily going to open it just yet, but I am looking for
How to open it. Okay, so you look for, signs of a door handle, and you do not see a door handle there. Um, Obviously, the crack, the seam in the center is very minute, but obviously there has to be a way to for it to open. Uh, and
And I just did it again.
oh, okay, gotcha. Um, Petros, give me a perception check, please. Okay.
15.
Yep. So you're looking, and once again, you do not see any door handles, and no means of being able to open this door from where you're at.
How's the ritual coming along?
He's probably about 1 minute in. He's got about 9 minutes to
Oh
go.
wow, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes 10 minutes to cast as a ritual. So Istalar, Citric, and Maxine, what are you guys wanting to do with these corpses and or statues?
I think that while the detect magic ritual is being cast, I'm gonna start taking the halberds and armor and stripping it off of the statues and piling it up somewhere, just so that on our way out we can pick that all up once again.
I'll help him with that.
Okay. Alrighty.
I'll go up to the door and make another check, like Petros.
Okay, give me a perception check as you do so. And you guys are piling up the armor. Where did you guys want to pile up the armor and stuff? In the center of the room or somewhere else?
We could probably put it in one of the storage rooms. Just
Gotcha.
have everything in one place and out of the way in
I'm
case we need to
watching
make a.
the statues don't move or anything while they strip them.
They don't appear to be moving yet.
Yeah, so I think I would suggest that we put the armor and halberds in one of the storage rooms. That way, if we have to make a quick escape, we don't have to. It's easier and the path is clear.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Sure thing, I can help carry stuff.
All right.
But I made a perception check.
Okay. So Citric, so you check the door, and once again, you don't see any door handles. The ways to open the door. It appears from what you can tell. It looks like the doors possibly open inwards. Um, and you don't see any signs of a trap on here. And about that time, as you guys are continually stripping armor, Pardain is back there still going through his ritual of casting the spell. And actually, I want to see something. Okay. As they're stripping off the armor and the weapons, Swiftwind, you notice after several seconds, there are two statues that start to move as people are busy looking at the door and stripping the armor. And
I immediately shout and say, "Magic!" and draw my blade.
okay. So at this point, we're gonna run into combat, and so what everyone
Oh.
needs to do is in the upper right-hand corner of Fantasy Grounds, there's a button with crossed swords. Go ahead and click that. That is the combat tracker. And this is where you can see where you will fall in initiative and whatnot and see whose turn it is. Then, after you're done with that, go ahead and open up your character sheet. Go to the main tab. And in the very center of your sheet, in between AC and speed, there's a box for initiative. Double click that box to roll, and it will automatically put you in initiative according to what you rolled.
Oh man, this is great.
Okay, alright. And with that, let me scroll up to the top. Okay, so Citric, it is your turn. So in order to move on Fantasy Grounds, you just drag your token to wherever you want to go. When you want to target a creature, just hold down Ctrl and click on the token on the map. You could also hold down Ctrl and click on the creature you want to attack in the combat tracker if that's easier for you. Once you do that, under your name in the combat tracker, it'll show what targets you have currently targeted.
All right.
And then,
How do you remove the target?
so just hold down Control and click the token again to remove that particular target. Okay, so once you do that, Citric, click on the Actions tab of your character sheet, and you'll have all your weapons are listed there, and if you have any spells. So if you want to swing your battle axe, I'm not sure what you're wanting to do. If that's what you want it to do, you would double click the box with the black D20, and that would make your attack roll against whatever you have targeted. And in the
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Okay, so go ahead and make that attack roll. And in the chat window, it'll tell you if you hit or you missed. In this case,
I missed.
Citric pulls out the
Fire.
battle axe hastily, swings at it, but the blade glances off its armor, and she missed. Okay, so at this point, well, to further explain, if you did hit, you would have just double-clicked the box next to that attack roll and in your character sheet, and it would have rolled damage and applied. But since you missed, is there anything else you wanted to do for your turn right now?
No, I don't think I can do much else.
Okay. So in the combat tracker, the bottom left-hand corner, there's a down arrow, and that's how you end your turn, and it will advance, and it will ring for the next person to let them know it is their turn. Okay. So Petros, you are up. What would you like to do?
Okay, I've targeted the other one,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to attack him with my short sword.
Okay. All right. So short sword. You thrust out with your short sword hastily, and it parries the blow with its halberd. The miss. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yes, I'd like to blame the
Blame the what?
blame the dice.
Blame the dice. All right. Bad dice. Bad dice. Fair enough. All right. So if that's all you want to do for your turn, go ahead and hit the down arrow. Okay. So Pardain, so you are still currently in the beginning stages of casting your ritual. Did you want to continue, or did you want to break from that and engage?
I think we've detected magic.
I'm going to break the ritual and
Okay.
cast Bless.
Okay. All right. So you can target friendlies just like normal, just like targeting an enemy. So just hold down Control and click the people you want to bless. And then once you have everyone targeted that you want to cast it on, just let me know and I will tell you how to proceed from there.
Not sure I'm doing this right. So I hold down Control.
Yeah, hold down Control, and then click on the token of the people that you want to target. And you can target more than one.
Okay, so I got 1.
So you got Citric,
I
Petros.
got 2. I can do 3 if I remember right.
Yep.
Do Maxine.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So now, next to Bless in your Actions tab of your character sheet, hit the little magnifying glass, and that opens up the effects that you can cast. Double click on both of those boxes, and it will cast Bless on everyone. There you go.
Oh, cool. And it's got a little icon.
Yep. And then,
Okay.
and then now, since you've cast it, whenever those people make an attack roll or savings throw, it'll automatically roll a d4 and add it into their rolls.
Sweet.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do besides blessing your party members?
No, I'm going to stay where I'm at.
Okay.
Oh, down arrow.
Yes. Down arrow.
I see it.
Yep. Okay. Is Talar.
Okay. Yeah. So, are there any tokens or anything for the statues on the map?
So there's a token towards the north that have a red X on it.
Okay. Yeah, I can't see those right now, so I probably have to move up to do that.
Yep.
All right, let's.
Probably.
Yeah, I see it now. All right. So yeah, I'll move up a. I think that's within my movement range.
Yeah.
So I'll move up to here. Let's see. I'm gonna target this guy.
Okay.
And then I'll whip out my. Let's see. I'll pull out my rapier. And I will attack it. Let's see. Oh. All right.
Okay. So that hit, and hold.
Oh.
Okay. I was going to ask, did you want to do your sneak attack with that?
Oh, yeah, I think I do.
Okay, so I'm going to back that damage out real quick, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So on the Actions tab of your character sheet, let's see here. Scroll down to where it says sneak attack. Click the magnifying glass next to it. And then double click the box in the center there that says sneak attack DMG 1d6. Okay, so that's applied to you. Okay, so now go ahead and re-roll that damage, and it'll automatically add your sneak attack damage onto it.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool. Good job.
Okay, and that's what I don't know how to do. So, but you gave me a link to put that in.
Gotcha. And I can help you with some of that later, too, after we're done.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Okay, anything else for you?
No, that's it for this turn, I think.
Alrighty. So go ahead and end your turn. And look. Okay, now it's Maxine's turn.
Okay. How do I select a spell?
Okay, which spell do you want to cast or use?
I want to use Firebolt at target 2.
Okay, so I see you have target 2 is identified. So click the magnifying glass next to Firebolt.
Yep.
Okay, so there is going to be a box that says ranged +5 underneath there. If you double click that, it'll make your attack roll. Okay, and that hits. And then underneath there, it has the 1d10 fire. Go ahead and double click that to apply the damage.
Ah.
Oh, wow.
Well, I did it.
Yeah, that you did. All right. So you hit it with a little bit of fire, but it takes a little bit of... it's going to take some more heat to really damage it. All right. Anything else?
So do I end the turn?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Now we are at Swiftwind.
So I can't see them. I'm going to yell to my companions. Can I get in there and do a hand-to-hand?
So let me kind of move everyone square into a square here. There we go. So it looks like there is an open spot to the north of you that you could probably
Okay, now I'm seeing.
assist
Now I'm
Citric.
seeing.
Okay.
I'll move to right there. I
Okay.
can.
Gotcha.
And you're allowing me to attack around this corner.
Yeah, I'll let you
Yep.
attack around there.
Okay, so I'll take my battle axe, which seems an odd choice for a elf, but okay.
That does seem very odd. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And I will control click that X.
Yep.
Now I have been targeted.
Correct.
So I swing my battle axe.
Okay. You swing, and your battle axe bites deep into this statue. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, come on.
All right, for 3 damage. Hey, every little bit helps.
Yeah, well, go in and heck the random number generator.
Gotcha. All right.
Okay, and I have defensive fighting. Do I need to do that on my turn? Or I do that when it happens, right? Or let's see.
So the defensive fighting, do you have the which
Fight-
one? The protection?
Fighting style. Protection.
Protection?
When the character
Okay.
usually attacks a character other than you, you can use reaction.
Okay. So what you can do, are you wanting to give protection for Citric against this same creature you're on, or someone else?
I guess I will, but it says when it happens. So I guess I can wait till it happens if he attacks.
Yeah. Well, there's an effect we can go ahead and apply to the monster in case he does attack.
I apply it to the monster or to the character.
So the effect will actually get put on the creature itself. So if they go to attack Citric, it'll roll at disadvantage.
Okay, and how do I do that?
So make sure you have the creature targeted that would attack who you're trying to protect, and then double click the effect that says Fighting Style Protection in your Actions tab.
On the monster, not the character.
On the monster, yes.
Okay. So I think I've targeted him.
Let's see here. There you go. Whoop.
Okay. And now I click on the fighting style.
Yep, click the fighting style effect.
Is that the red dot? No, that's the dice.
So you're on the Actions tab, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then next to fighting style, click at the magnifying glass, and that opens up the effect underneath fighting style, because you're wanting to apply that effect. And then double click that, and then double click that. There you go. There. Now it's applied. Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Anything else for you?
I think I did everything. So
okay.
There we go.
All right. So Exoskeleton 1's turn. He is going to target Citric, and he is attacking with his halberd. Let's see here. Okay. And as you can see, since he attacked, he rolled at disadvantage.
Sweet, thanks.
And that missed. So, good on your protection there.
Okay.
Okay, the other one is going to attack Petros. It swings out, and it missed. Okay, that's the end of round 1. And Citric, you're up for round 2.
I'm going to try to do the same thing I did last time, except hit it this time.
Okay, and maybe with the bless will help you.
It's good.
And that hits. Nice. Hear the crunch of the battle axe crunch through the armor, scoring a nice heavy hit on this creature.
Sweet.
Fortunately, it does not fell it. It is still up. Anything else you'd like to do?
I think that's all I can do.
Okay.
I actually have a question.
Yes.
So next to Firebolt, when I did it before, it has a number. Should I have made that number go down?
What number go down?
It says like 120. Should I
Oh,
make it say 119 because I used it?
no. That means
That's the
it's
range.
range is
Oh,
120 feet.
okay.
Yeah, you're good. All right. So it looks like Petros steps forward, plunging short sword deep into Exoskeleton 2. But it looks like it does not drop it. But you did score a good hit.
Sweet.
All right. Pardane's turn.
Target. Hopefully I did that right. No,
Yep.
I didn't.
Exoskeleton 2 is targeted. Yes.
Oh, it is. Okay,
It is.
good. I want to use Sacred Flame.
Okay. So on that one, you'll have a box underneath Sacred Flame that says, next to save, it says Dex DC 12. Double click that and it will force that monster to make its savings throw. And it succeeded on the savings throw, unfortunately.
Oh, well.
All right.
And I'm done.
Okay. Is Talar.
Okay. I'm gonna attack this thing again with my rapier.
Okay.
Let's see.
And it looks like that's a
Oh, wow.
miss.
Alright. Not much else I can really do, so.
Okay. All right, Maxine.
Alrighty, I'm gonna use Ice Knife.
Okay. So, oop. All right. So, who did you want to target? I can apply that. Number
Right,
one
I forgot
or
about
number
that.
two?
2.
Okay. So it looks like that is going to miss,
Dang it.
unfortunately, as your ice knife shoots out and misses.
Well, then I'll end my turn.
So how did you apply that to him?
So when he rolled, he didn't have anything target. All I did was drag what he rolled to hit in the chat window and drop it on the token on the map, and then it triggered if it hit or missed. And you can do the same thing with damage rolls and missing.
Okay.
Okay, so Swiftwind, your turn.
So, better swing better.
Okay, you don't have it. Okay, so and that is against number one, I assume. So let me drag it on.
I thought I. Okay,
Oops.
it goes away.
Yeah, sometimes the targets will go away on
Okay.
especially when you cast spells and whatnot. So that hit, and okay, so that damage. Let me apply it to it. Okay, and so you bite deep into it again with your battle axe, crunching through the armor into the skeleton behind it, scoring a nice blow, but it does not drop it.
I see. Because I didn't have it targeted, you had to do this manually.
Yeah, which is still pretty easy.
Yeah. It's still trivial. Okay, so skeletons go.
Okay, so skeleton number one is going to change focus and attack Swiftwind after that huge gouge it took out of him, and it missed.
I
Okay,
can laugh at the skeleton.
and it just continues looking at you blankly. the other skeleton continues attacking Petros as it swings out with its halberd. And that one missed. Wow. Okay, round 3. Citric, you're up.
All right, I'm attacking with my battle axe.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh man.
Wow. So a miss, even with the bless. As you swing out, and it just bats your battle axe to the side with its halberd.
Well, she rolled a nat 1, so it doesn't matter what else, right?
Yeah, it's a natural one. Yeah, it's an automatic
And
miss.
the computer knows that.
Yes, it does. Now, there are some critical hit charts and fumble charts out there. If I would have had a table linked up, it would have automatically triggered and rolled on that chart. But
I saw that.
yeah. Okay. Anything else for you, Citric?
No, I'll just end my turn.
Okay. So Petros is up.
Okay, gonna keep on with this.
All right. You score another puncture with your short sword. Go ahead and roll your damage. And with that, the light seems to fade from its eyes, and it crumples to the ground. One skeleton dead. Good job.
Sweet.
All right, Pardine.
I'm going to use Sacred Flame again on Skeleton 1.
All righty. And it failed its saving throw this time, so go ahead and roll the damage underneath there. All right.
For 2 points.
All right, so a little bit of flame ignites. It seems like the skeletons in here don't do very well against flame, but it does not drop it.
Okay. That's it for me.
Okay, is Talar.
Okay, well, I don't really know if there's anything I can do because I don't think I can get through to the remaining skeleton from where I am.
Yeah, it's pretty tight there with Citric and Swiftwind beating at
Okay.
it.
Any dagger throw or anything?
I guess I could throw a dagger. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
I'll
try
do that then.
Okay.
Just don't hit me.
Oh, just a sec, I got a target hit. There we go. Ooh.
All right,
Nice.
and
All
you
right.
swing out with the dagger, and it strikes
Yeah.
it. Go
Let's
ahead
see.
and roll damage.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Nice.
Awesome.
So how would you like to do this
We
on this
haven't yet-
last guy?
All right, I'll just throw the dagger at it and like knock its head off, I guess.
All right.
Like-
So the dagger hits it in the head. The
Yeah.
skull rolls off the back end of it, and it collapses on Citric. All right, and
Oh no.
that ends combat.
All right.
I'm going to move over and start pulling statues over and breaking them.
Okay. So you see Swiftwind starts reaching out and just pulling them down. They crash to the ground, making large crashing sounds. And shortly thereafter, all the statues are on the ground, shattered. And you notice in each of the statues, there's a bit of skeleton mixed in with the clay and the mud.
Okay. I'll retrieve my dagger.
Okay.
Yeah.
right. So it looks like there's a couple of those halberts that are usable. Like I said, that show no signs of decay. And after that one that Citric, or actually is Talar had killed that toppled over on Citric, you notice that there was a pile of loot back behind there. There was a map case in there, scroll case, some wadded up traveler's clothes, a dagger, a flying cloak, a pouch, um, a short sword, and a couple maps of the blood plains, which I have now added to the party sheet, along with 17 gold pieces.
Wait.
Okay. I think I'll take the short sword.
I can take a halberd.
I really want that scroll
This is
and the
magic.
cloak.
Okay, so let me go down the list here. So, who's wanting the short sword?
Is Talar.
Is Talar? Anyone else?
I'll take the map case.
Map case. Okay, who's that? Pe-
Oh,
Pardon?
Petra.
Petros. Okay. All right, and then I thought Citric was asking.
I'll take a
for
halberd.
halberd. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Anyone else want the other halberd?
I'll take the other halberd, but I'll suggest that we wait for the mage to cast detect magic. Let's see what we're dealing with. I'm not sure I really want to be carrying around the cursed item.
Okay. So does Pardain want to try and resume the ritual casting of detect magic at this point?
I will do that, yes.
Okay. So 10 minutes goes by. Nothing shows up except one of these scrolls does show up as magical. There's one parchment scroll. But yeah, the short sword, the halberts, everything else does not indicate that it is magic to you.
What about the doors?
The doors do not show as magical either.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to start looking around for some kind of trigger that could potentially open.
I agree. I'll do the same.
All right, to open the doors. All right, let's see here. Make another series of investigation checks for those of you searching the door.
What door?
The double door at the very north. It's a bronze double door.
As I said, I rolled a 1, so what door?
Oh, gotcha. All right, Citric. Upon further investigation, it almost looks like this might be a false door.
Interesting. Okay. Okay, guys. It looks like this door isn't actually a door,
Huh.
apparently.
Probably meant to lure people in to get attacked by the
Yeah.
skeletons.
Mm-hmm. So maybe we should head back the other way, where the guy was all speared up.
Yeah, I agree.
Sounds good.
All right. So you guys head down the hallway to where the guy was speared up. And I assume you guys are gonna work your way around those spears there and
Yeah.
get beyond that. Okay. So let's see here. Okay.
To scroll the map, do I have to use the thing in the corner, or is there a better way to do it?
So yeah, you got to use the gold compass like thing. If you
Okay.
hold that and move your mouse, it'll scroll for you. But yeah,
Okay, that's the way I've been doing it.
yeah. I think we lost somebody. Okay, Maxine. I'll drag Maxine down with the rest of the party. I assume Maxine is joining the rest of the party. Okay, and then I will. Okay, so at this point, as you peer around the corner, I have another image I will share with you. And as you turn the corner at the end of the promenade, you notice two things immediately. The alternating light and dark stones on the floor, and three metallic levers set into the north wall. Roughly 4 feet from the ground, the two outside levers are pointing down, and the middle lever is pointing up. The stones on the floor stretch 15 feet down the hallway, all similar, tightly fit pieces, with obvious seams between them. Your mind screams trap. Beyond the alternating stones, 25 to 30 feet away, you can make out what seems to be a 2-foot wide bridge. The rest of the floor dropping away, you cannot tell how far it descends from here. There is a sickening stench emanating from the pit, even from this distance. Whatever is down there is surely horrible. You also notice the ceiling is arched and significantly lower than this end of the hallway. There is only 10 feet from the top of the bridge to the top of the arched ceiling. The area looks from a distance like a giant crypt. The hallway walls are the same smooth mud surface common to the rest of the tomb, but without any adornment. There are a uniform drab dun coloration with a matte finish that absorbs your light rather than reflecting it. Alright, what would you like to do?
First of all, Maxine's internet is being spotty,
Uh-oh.
just so y'all know.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna start. I'm gonna like from as far back as I can. I'm gonna take my pole and try to press in one of these squares, and like see if it's some kind of pressure plate or something.
Okay. So you try and touch one of those stones with your board. Any particular stone, light or a dark one?
Let's see. Oh. Here, I'll do oh well, that doesn't help much. It's too big. Here. I'll do that one there.
Okay, let me look. Okay, that one there. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So as you do so and push on that, there is some gas that emits out of the sides of the hallway and fills the hallway slowly, emanating around there.
Which
Okay.
one did he hit?
He hit one of the white ones there, about 10 feet away from me.
Yeah, it was this one here.
Yeah.
Show me
Okay.
again, I didn't see it.
Look on the map itself, not the image. That's where he's showing where he.
I'm looking on the map, yes.
You don't see the red blob?
I don't see anything.
Wow. Okay. Let me let me put a little
Do
square
you
here.
guys see this? I see. Do you see my blue circle?
Yeah, I see your blue
Yeah, I
circle.
see it.
I see a green square.
Yeah. That green square is basically the area where he touched it.
Okay,
Yeah.
how come I can't see what he did?
I don't know. That's weird.
I have no idea. I don't have an answer. Sorry.
Oh well.
Well, it was the one in the lower left corner of that I pushed.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And as that gas kind of slowly dissipates, um, it tastes slightly of ripe figs.
Hmm.
Weird.
Yeah.
Might as well try a dark stone.
Yeah.
Let me push all. We've got the switches are up, down, up. Correct.
Correct, yes.
I thought it was down, up, down.
First one is up, middle one. Let's see here. Let me look at the map here. So the first one. Oh yeah. Sorry, his text reflects differently. So yes, so the first one is currently down, the middle one is pointing up, and the last one is pointing down.
Let's do down, 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 and hit the same
Okay.
tones. What happens?
All right. So they're all in the down position. Nothing happens.
Hit that. Let's just hit the same brick. See
Yeah.
what happens.
All right. I'll do that.
Which one are you hitting? A black
The
one?
same one that I hit the last time. We're gonna see if anything different happens.
All right, you hit it, and once again, there's some gas that is emitted out of the walls along both sides.
Okay.
What happens when you hit the dark stone?
Yeah, I'll try hitting the dark stone right below that.
Okay, you hit the dark stone, and once again, there's a little bit of gas emitted from the walls.
Okay.
So Swiftwind, when you went to move the levers, you kind of noticed that each one has 3 positions. It could be either up, down, or sticking or middle, basically.
I'm trying to map. I'm trying to map 3 onto the grid. I don't see how you can do it. Let's do middle, middle, middle.
You're going to do all of them in the middle position?
Sure. If
Okay.
anybody else has, I don't mean to monopolize this. If anybody else has any ideas, tell me.
I think that's as good an idea as any.
All right. Let's see.
Or not.
Okay, so yeah, they're all pushed into the middle, and with all the gas that has been released so far, that fig smell starts to get stronger. See here, Petros, you are. Let's see, you, Istalar, and it looks like Swiftwind. All 3 of you are feeling really dizzy, and you feel like you're about ready to pass out.
Okay.
Run away.
Yeah, I'm gonna move back a bit. Get away from all the gas.
Yep, I'm gonna step away.
Okay. Okay, so you guys step away, catching a little bit of fresh air. You're able to kind of fight it off a little bit. What would you
So, is the gas visible? I mean, do we see a cloud of it that's sitting there?
You do see a cloud that is sitting over the tiled area and is slowly spreading out, both to the hallway you're at and further down the hallway.
Maybe backtrack all the way and take a brief rest and let the gas diffuse.
That's fine with me. What does everybody else think?
No, I think that's a good idea.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
Okay.
I was already on my way.
Okay. So basically, you guys head back to probably the. Did you want to go back to the foyer or a different room?
Let's
Probably
go into one of these little. Are these little storage rooms?
Okay. Okay.
Safe?
Yeah. So you head back to one of the storage rooms and wait there. How long did you want to wait for the gas to dissipate?
Give it 15 minutes.
Okay. That'll be enough for a short rest. So I will go ahead and give you guys a short rest real quick. Okay. Wow, that's right. None of you guys took damage from that last battle. You guys got lucky. Cool.
It's skill.
Yeah, true. Could be skilled. You guys did show some skill there with that. Okay. So 15 minutes goes by, and the fig smell is almost virtually gone at this point.
All right, good. So we can try to start trying other things.
Well, guys, the thief. Let's think about it. The thief made it through, and we did tap all the. Is there another set of levers on the other side?
You do not see another set of levers. Looks like this is the only set.
So there's 3 levers, and
They're all currently in the middle position.
they're all currently in the middle position.
Yep.
So pressing one of the black squares started the gas.
From what the thief did, because he touched both a white one and a black one, both of them emitted gas.
Okay, that's what I wanted to clarify.
I wonder if the squares are just like a red herring meant to misguide us. Maybe it's all the levers, and we just have to find the right combination.
Yeah. Whatever combination turns the squares off, as it were.
Yeah.
Well, the thief who got impaled on the spears somehow made it through, and the levers were down, up, down at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they magically or otherwise reset themselves. Well, why would he fiddle with them if he's already on the other side? So.
Yeah, but we did down, up, down, and everything. All 4 squares, I believe, give off gas.
I wonder if the different lever combinations just change the type of gas and the gas composition. Maybe the down, up, down is a harmless gas, but all 3 in the middle is dangerous.
Good as anything I can think of. I'm trying to see. Wait a minute, you got 3 levers. With 3.
Okay, I'm back. I'm on my phone.
Welcome back.
That was the hardest thing in the world.
It sucks.
So that's 27
Yay.
combinations.
Hmm.
So I'm looking at the image figure number 8, and I see like the writing on the corner there.
Correct.
Is that different from the writing that came before it, or is it just?
It's just a continuation of what was at the T intersection. It came all the way down to this corner, and then the writing on the wall abruptly stopped.
Okay, because I'm wondering because I'm seeing those 3 scarabs down there, and I'm wondering if there might be some correlation. Or if that just happens to be just 3 little.
Give me an investigation check.
Yeah, that's. I'm probably shooting above my class.
Okay. Let's see here. What did we get here? All right. You take a look, and it doesn't look like you don't see any connection with those scarabs and the levers, from what you can see.
Okay, so apparently it says I'm still in the game, but I can tell you I'm not.
Okay.
So if you could like kick me, and then if I could rejoin, I think that would work.
Okay. Well, we could try that. And your character's name was
Maxine.
Maxine. Okay. Let me try that real quick for you. Actually,
Yeah, I'm not seeing Maxine up in the.
yeah, you're not showing as connected.
That's weird. When I
Yeah.
try to come back, it loads for a while, and then oh wait.
I see that
Before
someone connected. Caden Plus. Is that
that
you?
is I.
Okay, so I see that you connected.
Okay.
And the server.
It's taking a second.
Yeah, server.
I can wait.
Okay.
Well, we could go through all the permutations of the levers, which would take, well, I mean, if we assume 15 minutes every configuration because we have to run away from the gas, that's going to take a while. But we could do it.
Some of us get affected by the gas, though.
The people who were closest, it looked like, were the ones who were affected by the gas.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, archaeology us.
Yeah.
Archaeology us.
Investigation, see if I know something. See if I can find something.
Go ahead and
Sure.
make an investigation check. Now, when you're investigating, are you playing with the levers as you're investigating, or
No,
just...
I'm actually just
Okay.
looking at their marks on the wall.
Yeah, yeah. You're searching for clues on the walls, and from what you can see, and nothing comes to mind at this point.
Can we climb over this, guys? Maybe we could just avoid it that way.
You said the walls are smooth like clay plaster?
Yeah, they're very similar to the walls for the hallway you just came down, with the exception that there are no petroglyphs or writing on the walls themselves. It is made out of like a smooth plaster / mud.
So we've only moved the levers like in one or two configurations at this point, right? I guess just one. I guess two.
We've done two configurations.
Right. But what we did was we moved the levers and then tried to push the squares.
Right.
So my question is, I think the levers themselves so far and what we've tried to do haven't initiated anything, but on their own yet. So I'm wondering if just like moving the levers into different configurations and not hitting the squares to try to listen or kind of watch for anything that may be changing as a result of moving those levers.
All right. I'm good with that theory.
Yeah, less time consuming than waiting it out after the gas comes.
Well, we can do this systematically, right? We can put them all up. Then we can move lever 3 to up, down, middle. Then this can be done systematically. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's pretty much what I was going for.
Yeah, so why don't we do that?
But not touch the stones, just move
Not
the
touch
levers.
the stones, just see what happens.
Yeah, basically what I want to do is I want to find out if there's anything that we do to those levers to put them into any kind of configuration that causes anything to change in the environment. Like whether we hear something or whether we see something. Basically, that's what I'm going for.
Okay. I completely agree.
Okay. All right, so you guys start playing with the levers, trying to see if you can figure out any correlation with them. Some time goes by. You hear a faint grinding sound coming from further in the dungeon beyond. Outside of that, it appears that the levers have... You don't see any other effect immediately on the floor in front of you.
Was the grinding sound from a specific lever, or was it just a general grinding sound each time a lever?
It was just a general grinding sound each time one of those levers were pulled. There was no specific pattern to it.
These levers might not even have an effect on the stones here. So,
Who can run the fastest? Well, if you run across, maybe the gas won't get you.
I've got a 35-foot movement speed, so I could try, I guess.
Actually, I have an idea. How big are the?
The squares are about they're about 16 inches wide, each one.
Okay, so I'm going to move the levers back into their original position, down, up, down.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask someone to loan me like the pole or something, and I'm going to reach over and push the pole down on one of the squares in the second row.
Okay. So you do that, and you reach out, pushing the stone in the second row, and there is no effect. No gas is emitted.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking, everybody.
Yeah.
So there are 6 rows, and I'm thinking the levers represent three rows.
Yeah.
W-
We have to hop over it.
Basically, yeah. Basically, we have to hop from the second row to the 4th row to the 6th row, and then I think we're free. At least that's my theory.
It's worth a try. Somebody want to try it?
Well, can the pole reach the 4th row?
It's only 8 feet.
Yeah, you're not gonna make it that far.
I'm gonna hop over to the second row where I just pushed the pole, and then I'm going to repeat that action for. But I'm not hopping to the 4th row. I'm gonna hit it with.
Okay, and so you hop over to the second, pushing down the 4th row with your pole, and no gas.
I'm going to repeat the process and push down on this.
Okay, same thing. You hop over, no gas.
I'm going to hop over and be on the other.
Okay, so you
gotta
finally
follow his footsteps.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll follow.
All right.
Now, can all of us occupy that space?
No, not everyone's going to be able to occupy that space. Only one person per 5-foot square there. Okay.
So I suggest we tie.
Let's see. So now we got to get across this bridge to make room for everybody else. So maybe we can tie a rope to somebody and leave it in the hands of the people on this side, and then have people walk across one by one.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So
that's a good plan.
Yeah, sure.
Here is a picture once you get over to the other side to show you what that looks like. And so you make your way past the alternating stones. You approach the Crypt Bridge. The lowered ceiling gives a claustrophobic effect to the passage, almost making it feel more like a tunnel, though you can see that it opens back up after 20 feet or so. The facade of the arch just above the tomb entrance has scorch marks along the edge, and the mud is cracked and broken in places, revealing mortared stacked stone beneath. The walls inside the passage are unadorned with the plaster coating common to the rest of the tomb. The stacked stone construction is evident, although blackened as the facade wall. As you inspect further, you are struck by the similarity to an ancient village baking oven. With close examination, you see that the bridge across the pit is a rectangular beam, and if pressed, rotates slightly on its axis in either direction. If rotated, a grinding sound is heard from both anchor points, and a few sparks drop into darkness. The stench is incredible in the enclosed space. It reeks of an oily, acrid smell rising from the darkness.
All right, so this is a rotisserie.
Yeah, about to get shawarma'd.
Who wants to give it a try? I have very little in the way of athletic ability.
I'll do it. Try to go across the beam.
Okay.
Let's tie you off first.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
All right, so we're
Hold up, wait. I have an idea.
okay.
Shoot.
Okay, so this pole rotates, right?
It does rotate, yes.
And there's a pit underneath it.
Correct.
Can we see down? How far down is it? Can we even?
So, let's see here. me grab the book here. So this pit. It looks like it's probably about 30 feet down.
Wow, that's deep.
Yep.
Okay, here's what I'm proposing. Instead of us trying to walk over this, which is going to be even harder once we get to that part where we have to duck, I'm saying one of us takes our rope and creates like a shorter segments of rope that we can then grab onto and hang off of the pole and kind of sidle along. Does that make any?
Well, before we do that, I'm going to press down on the pole and see how steady it is. If I
Yeah,
can
see how
break
much
it.
weight it can take first.
All right. So you press down on the pole in the center there that spins.
Yep.
And as it spins, you notice it makes a spark. But it looks like it is sturdy enough. It will support weight. And once again, as you reach down to touch it, that smell of that oily, acrid smell rises up from that pit down below.
Can we see the bottom of the pit?
So you look down there, and it looks black.
Well,
It's probably covered in oil.
Yeah.
It might be that oil, like the stain earlier near that corpse.
Yeah, and we might have to be careful about the sparks as not to ignite it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about dropping a torch down there. I don't think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm okay with the rope idea, but somebody's got to go across to anchor the rope on the other side.
Who would best fit that?
So pressure makes it spin.
Makes it spin and
Yeah.
spark, yes.
Yeah, spin.
Yeah, that stone bridge or pole there, it looks like it's made out of a dark gray stone. Reminds you a lot of like a big thing of flint.
Yeah.
How wide is it?
It is only a couple
Two.
inches wide.
Oh wait, I thought it was 2.
Let's see here.
I wonder if that big ceiling could fall down on it.
No, I think it's set up to set fire to whatever's in the pit and roast whatever's going across. I think the ceiling's just there to hold the heat in.
Yeah.
And to make things a lot harder to get across, so you're going to go over a slope.
Right.
I could try to go across.
But that's like going to be like a rolling log. You're going to have to be walking while it's spinning.
Well, I was thinking I could kind of wrap around the pole and have like my body under it and kind of like shimmy to the other side. You know?
Yeah, but that's still going to cause some weight on it. Actually, it's the turning. The turning. Okay, here's an idea.
Y'all could hold it steady.
Right. This is what I'm thinking. Two ropes. So wait. Basically, what I'm thinking is, if we could have one rope coming from the left side that's tied around the beam, and then one rope coming from the right side that's tied around the beam, and we basically try to get those ropes taut, either by our own strength or like affixing it to the walls, and prevent that beam from turning, so that someone can walk or shimmy.
We could try that. What are we going to affix the ropes to, though? I mean, the walls are smooth. Somebody have spikes we could drive into the walls?
Yeah, I have pipe.
I have spikes.
Yes, I have 10 pipe.
I'm game for any of these plans so far. I think the trying to hold it steady is probably the best idea we've had. I think we should see if we can make that work. And then I like the idea of shimmying along underneath it more than trying to walk across it.
Yeah,
we have
because
enough
then we
rope?
don't have to worry about the low ceiling.
Right. Do we have enough rope between us? I don't think I have rope.
I have 50 foot.
Yeah, 50 foot to
I
be
have
able to. So we got two 50-foot links at
I've got
least.
50 feet as well.
There's
All
always
right.
that cloth back in the storeroom.
That's true too. I'm just thinking, do we have enough to tie off the beam and also to hook up to whoever's going across? In case they
Yeah, because
fall.
really we only need to do this once, right? If we can bring a rope to the other side and use that to get across instead of.
Right.
Right.
I have pitons, which we could nail into the ceiling. So every couple of feet you walk, you could nail in a piton, but that's going to be darn hard while that thing is spinning.
The key is stopping it from spinning.
Well, the easiest thing to do to try and stop it from spinning is to put these pitons around and see if I can stop it spinning. Just anchor it in there.
How is the pole connected to the floor?
Yeah, can I examine the connection point between the pole and the ground?
Sure. So you check out the bridge a little bit, looking for that connection, and it looks like it's connected to some type of an iron bar that is secured into the floor itself and into this big piece of flint on the bridge itself.
Okay.
I'm wondering if we couldn't spike it at this end, put a spike on more of the flint side so that it holds it from rotating.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh yeah, that is. Yeah.
So I'll try and pound one of my spikes in there.
Okay, so you pined
Sure.
a spike into one side, and you're able to do so.
And I'll try and make it spin again.
All right, you try and make it spin again, and it catches on that spike, holding it in place there.
Awesome.
So now it is no longer freely spinning.
Okay,
All right,
whoever
so
the most athletic of us could go along and put in every couple of steps drive one of these spikes in.
to the pole itself.
No, to the ceiling,
Oh, okay.
and that way we would have handles, which we could then put the put the put the rope through, and that's the way climbers do things, right?
Right. No, that makes sense.
A good idea.
Yeah.
Okay,
Who's
sure.
the most?
So
Who? I think this is Thiefy McThief time.
So what are you wanting to do from this point?
I'm suggesting probably the thief is the most acrobatic of us.
Gotcha.
I have
my-
pretty good acrobatics.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just being classist and saying thief.
Yeah. My acrobatics is +7, so.
Yeah.
Well then, yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
All right. So I guess I'll be the first person across then.
All right.
No.
And you understand what we're doing? We're basically putting a line in the way you would for a climber.
Yep. Yeah. So I'll be doing that.
Okay. So go ahead and give me an acrobatics check as you move down the pole, securing these pitons in there. All right. Wow. Yeah, thank goodness you had a good score. So you take some time and you put in some of the pitons there in the ceiling above, and you eventually make your way all the way across the bridge and securing those pitons safely.
Oh, I forgot to say we were going to tie you off too. But, well, you made it.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
So I'll try and or someone want to go next? If not, I'll try and cross with the rope.
I'll go.
All right. So at this point, since you have the pitons and you have the rope, everyone coming across, you can make acrobatics check with advantage. How you would apply advantage, if you look in the bottom left-hand corner of Fantasy Grounds, there's a box that says modifier, and it says ADV DIS. Click the ADV button. It'll turn red, and then go ahead and make your acrobatics roll, and that'll give you advantage. Okay.
So glad I had advantage on that.
Alright, Petros made it. Yep, Pardane made it. Okay.
Okay, so it won't. I don't know. How does one make
How do you
a
make
saving throw?
so it's the acrobatics check. So on your character sheet, click on the skills tab on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Find the
Okay.
acrobatic skill. Go all the way to the to the right, next to the red button, and there's a box. Double click that to make it. Ooh, wow, nice. All right, so
I'm
Maxine.
so good at crossing bridges.
And
You make us all look unskilled.
all right. So it looks like everyone safely made it across this bridge. Good job, guys and gals.
Yay, us.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So at this point, you make it across, peering around the corner here. Let me bring that image up. This is what you see. The corridor stretches around another 15 feet beyond the narrow bridge, then turns to the north. The walls return to the bright decor of previous corridors, and the ceiling again rises to a 30-foot pointed arch. As you proceed down the corridor, you notice a slight decline in the floor, descending deeper into the depths of the earth. Turning the corner and facing north, you see a truly impressive sight. The hallway widens to 15 feet, the ceiling rises to about 40 feet tall, and the entire visible area is covered in scenes of war, diplomacy, and royalty. The hallway is a historical record of some period in the valley long ago. The walls are brightly colored, and whatever paints or pigments were used maintain their luster. The air in this hall is heavy with a parchment or papyrus scent, and it seems to be coming from the open passage to the east. Investigating the hallway, you catch a glimpse of light reflected off the far northern wall. In its center is a massive arched bronze door, and your light reflects off the highly polished surface. The door itself, with inlays of precious metals and stones, looks to be staggeringly valuable.
I kind of want to go to the room to the right.
Well, yes, I'll come out, and I'm gonna start just making sure there aren't any traps or anything in the area.
Okay. All right, you put your pole out searching, and you do not spot or see any traps in the area.
Alright, cool.
So I go up and I look at the doorway.
Okay. So you peer that way, and okay, so you look down that way. It's a small, thin hallway there. See the antechambers beyond this main hallway look to be repositories of various written materials. Hardy with hardwood shelves span some of the chambers that are in there. Actually, yeah, so it's that 5-foot hallway, and there's other rooms off of there.
Okay.
Okay, so Petrus.
I want to go check it out.
All right, so Petrus, you head down. So yeah, so you see that inside these rooms, I have a picture of what these rooms look like here. Looks like that.
Oh, okay.
Here. Bring that up.
All
Okay, and inside you see hardwood shelves span each chamber, piled high with parchment scrolls, papyrus sheets, stone tablets, inlaid pottery, and other more exotic mediums, such as thin metal sheets with odd engravings, embroidered sheets of fabric, and some other less identifiable pieces. Each of the antechambers holds 2 sconces. The sconces have oil reservoirs and shields to protect the contents of the room from errant flames. The air is extremely stale in these chambers, and each has a sound dampening quality. Conversation inside one room cannot be heard in another.
There's a lot of cool stuff in here, but we probably should move on to the big door. We can always come back and loot these rooms.
I agree, but maybe there's something more to these rooms, like if we try to move a bookshelf or something. So I'd try to investigate.
Oh, hang on a second. On this image, I see a little thing that my hand allows me to grab on.
Yeah, for some reason somebody's token is on the image, so.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was wondering what that was. Huh. Let me... I'm going to delete
I
that.
think that's me. I
token.
think I did that.
All right. So,
Yeah, it's a
I
little
made it
swift
go away.
one.
I don't know why I created it
Yeah.
in the first
Huh.
place.
Yeah, that's weird. Yep, it was
I
a
think
token.
I was trying to make the image go away, and I think I added the token.
Oh, gotcha. Huh. Interesting.
Darn, I was having a mist flashback for a second.
I was wondering. I kept seeing something move. I'm like, what? What the heck is that?
Okay, now what were you going to do?
Oh, I wanted to investigate the bookshelves and like the walls around these rooms.
Okay. Any particular wall or room that you want to investigate?
Both of them. I'll take one of the rooms and investigate.
I want to do the same. I want to look for like
Oh,
magical
I see.
stuff.
Okay.
Well,
I'll
let's
go-
see. I could do another detect magic ritual.
I'm going to the north.
I'll go right.
How long does Tech Magic last?
I think it's 10 minutes.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I think you should do that and look around both rooms.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to cast a detect magic ritual.
Okay. So you're going to cast Detect Magic as a ritual while they are investigating. It'll take a little bit of time to get that off.
Yep.
All right. So those of you, just move your token where you are searching and make an investigation check. And we will go from there. See what your investigations find.
Oh man.
Not doing so hot.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
speak for yourself.
Yeah,
Maxine.
except yeah.
Maxine did good. All right. So you guys search through them. Probably running your hands across the walls, seeing if the shelves move and whatnot. You don't find any secret passages or books or anything. Searching through the shelves and looking at the decor here. Um, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of parchment and stuff in here with detailed history from years past, but you don't find anything of significant interest. I'm sure Swiftwind finds all this intriguing. It's probably stuffing your pouch or thinking of stuffing your pouches with all this stuff. Um, yeah. And eventually, Pardane, your detect magic, you cast it, and you walk about into those rooms looking for anything that indicates that anything might be magical in nature,
Yep.
and unfortunately, you do not find anything in any of these antechambers that reads off as magical.
All right, so maybe we should move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right, so you guys head back out into the hallway. Okay.
Why would I want to spin my character? Well, I
Uh,
guess if you play the game of facing, it might matter.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, I think I'm going to check out this door and see if there's any traps or anything on it before we go through it.
All right. Give me an investigation check, please. All right. So you check out the door here. One thing that is very striking as you are investigating it is you see that there are no hinges visible on this door. There's only about a quarter-inch gap between the door and the floor. And it doesn't seem that you could see a seam visible around the edge.
Huh. Interesting.
Could I try to look under the door with my dark vision?
All right. Look. Oops. You try to look under the door. And you notice, I mean, it's a very small gap. You do see light flickering, as if there might be torchlight coming from the other side.
Okay. Alright. Looks like there's torches on the other side of this door.
Let's open.
Ow.
Details.
I'll look around for some opening mechanism around the door. Is that an investigation?
Yes, sir.
There's absolutely nothing here.
On the door itself.
I'll look too.
Look at what I rolled.
Wow. Yeah.
There's not even a door there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly. Exactly.
Okay, yeah. You guys search the door and you do not see anything beyond what you're able to decipher. That there's no hinge, just quarter-inch. The gap is very small. It does not look like it swings. Doesn't look like it swings out towards you.
You think we can kick it down?
Maybe we have to lift it up.
Or maybe it goes to the sides.
I'm going to take a look at it, do my investigation check.
Okay.
$15.
All right. So, yeah, definitely it looks like it cannot swing outward due to the tight fitting jam in that door.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go up to the door and like put my fingers like under it in the gap and see if it lifts upward.
Okay, so you stick your fingers in the gap there. Try to see if you could lift it upwards. And it doesn't budge. If it seems to be a lot of weight bearing down on your fingers there.
Okay.
That doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't open upwards. It just might be too heavy.
You could try putting a pole under there and using it as a lever. I guess we don't really have a fulcrum, though.
Yeah.
If only we had a crowbar.
Yeah.
So as you guys are peering at the door.
Wait. I have a small knife.
Okay.
Could you use that as a... Sorry to cut you off.
It's okay. I got a few other details to reveal. And
Okay.
Pardane, your detect magic should probably still be going.
Yeah, it should
at
be.
this point. So as you approach the door, you see that there are glyphs and symbology on the wall surrounding the door. Begins to glow faintly and then returns to normal. At this point, you hear a slight hum. And there's a faintest taste of ozone in the air at this point.
This is totally a magical door, guys.
So there is, so this door, it looks like it's about 14 to 15 feet tall. It's pretty tall.
Wow.
You do see that there is a large keyhole in the center of the door, but you do not see a handle or any knob either.
Steve, can you pick a lock?
Yeah, I
That's
was
right.
going to say the same
I've
thing.
got thieves' tools, so
Yep.
Pardane, your detect magic reveals that the door is not magical in any way.
It's just the runes around the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the door itself is not magical, but there's
Okay.
magical runes around the door.
okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take out my thieves' tools and try and pick the lock.
Okay.
Let's see, where would I roll for that?
Just use we'll use the sleight of hand. Let's see,
Yeah,
are you
that's the way you do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
use that as
And
your
then
skill check.
would I add the proficiency with thieves' tools to that? Because I'm not proficient in normal sleight of hand checks.
Oh, okay. Then let's find one that you are proficient in and just use that. So
Okay.
let's do. Oh wow. Okay, here. I'll just make it proficient real quick.
Okay.
So go ahead and make your roll now, and it should add it in.
Yep.
Okay.
There we go.
Alrighty. So you put your you slide your thieves picks in there, and go to pick the lock, and you're looking around, or feeling your way around, looking for the tumblers to activate them, and you're not coming across any tumblers in there for you to be able to pick.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can pick this lock.
Very
didn't-
strange.
Tumblers.
Could we have missed the key somewhere?
We must have.
Perhaps the rooms that we didn't check for very long.
What rooms?
I thought we checked
The-
all the rooms.
We did, but most of us did not check very well. If we remember the rolls.
Oh, fair enough.
So the runes on around the door, those were glowing for the detect magic spell. So
Yes.
Yep.
I'm going to press. I'm gonna. So I'm assuming Hardane filled us in on what he saw,
Yeah, I
or
did.
what she saw, and so I'm gonna reach out to one of the runes and touch it,
Okay.
and look at Pardane and see, hey, is anything changing here?
All right. So you reach out, touching the runes, and nothing happens.
Looking at the runes, I know they're magical. Is there a way to read them or try to understand what they're saying? Maybe an Arcana check to figure out if there's an order to them or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. You can give me an Arcana check, or those with proficiency in history can also try and give me a history check.
Well,
I'm an archaeologist. I don't have proficiency, but will you let me roll?
Sure. I'll let you roll. Yeah.
I'll do that too.
Okay. Cool.
Actually, I do. I lied. I do have proficiency in history.
Aha, see how you are? Not just kidding.
Yeah, well.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, obviously.
Okay, gotcha.
Obviously, these are from the Second Empire of the Third Age.
Ah, close. The first era of Corsetti, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what
Yeah.
I said.
So you're able to vaguely decipher what it's saying here. It says something that behold this door scientifically and magically locked. Basically, it comes together, and there's some bits you can't quite understand, but you get the understanding that this door is magnetically locked somehow.
hmm.
Huh.
So,
And that is the sound of the entire party stunned.
Yeah.
all right. Well, also looking at the time, it looks like we are right up against our time for today. So it looks like our adventures will have to stop here.
Oh, well,
Oh man.
I think we were all
Aw.
stumped anyway. Too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Gotcha. Yeah, this adventure does have a lot of puzzles and obstacles to overcome through thinking.
I liked it.
Yeah,
Cool. Awesome.
Oh, it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah, this was a great. I learned a lot.
Cool. Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, this is super fun.
Cool.
Yep.